The Empire's fleet appeared on the outer edges of the solar system like a storm rolling in from the void. Thousands of warships, each larger than most planet cities, bristled with weapons and energy shields, their sleek black hulls reflecting distant starlight. For centuries, the galaxy had feared the Empire, a civilization whose reach extended across hundreds of systems. And now Earth was their target. On Earth, humanity did not panic. Centuries of preparation had led to this day. Lieutenant Commander Alara Vance stood on the command bridge of the orbital station, observing the massive enemy fleet on the holomap. "They're confident," she said quietly, almost to herself. "They think we're weak. That we'll scatter like the others." Admiral Cale Donovan joined her, arms folded. "Confidence has always been their weakness," he replied. "They've never faced humans like this." Deep in the asteroid belt, hidden among the rocks and gravitational anomalies, humanity's secret fleets stirred. Prototype warships, faster and more lethal than any in the galaxy, moved into position. Railguns, massive and silent, aimed toward the approaching fleet, their barrels gleaming under the faint light of distant stars. Orbital defense stations powered up, energy lines humming with restrained potential. AI systems calculated thousands of possible attack vectors and enemy maneuvers in seconds. The Empire's vanguard moved in first, assuming the usual chaos of planetary defense would make them unstoppable. But as their first missiles entered the asteroid belt, they vanished before impact. Railgun projectiles, traveling at near light speed, intercepted every threat, disintegrating them silently. The Empire's command officers barked orders, but the humans had already predicted every move, every trajectory, every attempt at evasive action. Alara's voice over the bridge intercom was calm, almost serene. "They've underestimated us. Every strike they make will play into our hand. Let them learn the hard way." Missile volleys were destroyed, dreadnoughts hesitated, and the Empire's formation wavered. It was a subtle beginning, almost imperceptible, yet it carried the weight of centuries of preparation and strategy. The humans did not attack recklessly. They waited, they calculated, they chose the moment when the enemy's arrogance would lead them directly into the trap. The first shots would come soon. When they did, the galaxy would see that Earth was not a target to be taken lightly. Humanity had not only survived threats before, but it had learned from every invasion, every battle, every encounter. The Empire thought they were facing a single world. They were about to realize that humans were something entirely different, intelligent, prepared, and merciless when provoked. And so the stage was set. The Empire had come to Earth believing victory was inevitable. Humanity was ready to prove them spectacularly wrong. The Empire advanced with precision, confident in their overwhelming numbers and superior technology. Thousands of warships moved in formation, each carrying the weight of centuries of conquest. They expected Earth to crumble under the sheer magnitude of their assault. They expected fear. They expected chaos. Lieutenant Commander Alara Vance studied the holographic display on the command bridge. Every enemy ship, every formation, every potential firing arc was already mapped. "They think numbers matter," she said softly. "They don't understand human strategy." Admiral Cale Donovan's voice was steady. "Let them come. Phase 1 is ready. All railguns and kinetic strike platforms are online. Hidden fleets are in position. Nothing happens by chance." The first volleys from the Empire arrived in the asteroid belt, plasma lances and missile swarms aimed at the outer defense satellite. But humans had predicted every trajectory. Railgun projectiles, accelerated to near-light speed, struck with pinpoint accuracy. One by one, alien missiles disintegrated in midair. Dreadnoughts erupted in blinding flashes as hulls vaporized. The Empire faltered. Shock waves of destruction rippled through their vanguard, leaving gaps in their formations. Boarding drones and energy strikes were deployed, but human AI anticipated them all. Automated defense satellites intercepted incoming attacks with surgical precision, while hidden prototype warships emerged from asteroid cover to strike at command vessels. High Commander Rissel's voice crackled through the comms. "Concentrate fire. Destroy their orbital stations." But the humans had already neutralized the station's threat. His orders were futile. Every move had been foreseen, every tactic countered. Within minutes, the first major human counterattack began. Railguns and kinetic projectiles rained down on alien command frigates, causing cascading failures throughout the fleet. Dreadnoughts collided in panic, squadrons broke formation, and morale collapsed as alien crews struggled to comprehend the precision and efficiency of human firepower. Alara's voice over the intercom was calm but commanding. "They've underestimated us. Every maneuver they make plays into our hands. Maintain focus. Strike decisively. We finish this phase cleanly." By the time the vanguard had attempted to regroup, their forces were decimated. The Empire realized, too late, that brute force was useless against humans who combined intelligence, foresight, and technology with lethal precision. Entire squadrons vanished in moments. Dreadnoughts imploded under the relentless human assault. The first clash had proven it. Earth was not just defending, it was dominating. The Empire had arrived expecting fear, but humanity had given them something far more terrifying: calculated, merciless, and unstoppable resistance. The battle for Earth had begun. And the galaxy would soon understand that underestimating humans was a fatal mistake. The remnants of the Empire's vanguard staggered under the sheer efficiency of humanity's defenses. Dreadnoughts burned, cruisers drifted lifeless, and squadrons that had once dominated entire star systems were reduced to scattered wreck. Yet the main body of the Empire's fleet still loomed, millions of tons of warships, each bristling with weapons and shielded by centuries of advanced engineering. On the command bridge of Earth's orbital station, Lieutenant Commander Alara Vance studied the incoming formations. "They're committing their main force," she said, tracing the paths of the massive capital ships. "They expect sheer numbers to overwhelm us. Let them believe that. They're walking into the trap." Admiral Cale Donovan's fingers hovered over the tactical interface. "Phase 2 is ready. All hidden fleets, prototype warships, and orbital railguns in synchronized alignment. The moment they reach firing range, we strike, every ship, every weapon, every angle accounted for." The Empire's fleet advanced, confident, predictable, and unaware. Human prototype warships slipped silently from asteroid cover, while AI-managed orbital weapons calculated thousands of potential attack vectors simultaneously. The humans did not fire prematurely. They waited for the exact moment when enemy arrogance would lead them directly into lethal precision. Then, the first coordinated strike erupted. Railgun projectiles, moving at near-light speed, struck the lead dreadnoughts dead center. Massive explosions tore through alien hulls, sending shockwaves across formations. Command frigates lost control as cascading energy failures disabled shields and weapon systems. The Empire's fleet struggled to respond, but every maneuver had already been anticipated and countered. Prototype warships emerged in waves, striking at command vessels and key dreadnought. Missile swarms and energy lances were destroyed mid-flight, intercepted by AI-guided defense grids. Entire squadrons vanished in blinding flashes, leaving chaos in their wake. Humanity's counteroffensive was not just a response, it was surgical, precise, and devastating. High Commander Rissel, aboard his flagship, barked orders in desperation. "Concentrate fire on the railguns. Target their command vessels." But it was too late. Every threat had been neutralized before it could become dangerous. The humans executed every strike with perfect timing, dismantling the Empire's formation piece by piece. Minutes stretched into an eternity for the alien crews. Dreadnoughts collided, cruisers imploded, and morale collapsed. Humanity had demonstrated a terrifying truth: their strategy, technology, and coordination were unmatched. Brute force alone could not prevail against a species that combined intellect, foresight, and lethal precision. Alara's voice was calm over the intercom. Every calculation, every move, every attack has led to this moment. Proceed carefully, but strike decisively. We finish them before they even realize what's happening. The Empire's fleet began to fracture. Its legendary commanders could only watch in disbelief as centuries of dominance crumbled under human ingenuity. This was not the end of the battle, it was the moment the galaxy understood the true power of humanity, intelligent, prepared, and merciless when provoked. The Empire's main fleet stretched across the void like a dark tide, its dreadnoughts and cruisers bristling with weapons meant to crush entire worlds. But Earth's defenses were ready. Hidden among the asteroids, prototype human warships moved into position, while orbital railguns hummed with restrained power, ready to unleash destruction at the perfect moment. Lieutenant Commander Alara Vance watched the holomap intently. "They've committed everything," she said. "Every ship, every cannon. They think this will overwhelm us. Let them continue. Their arrogance will be their downfall." Admiral Cale Donovan nodded. Phase 3. Target command structures first, then dismantle fleet formation. No mercy. Precision over chaos. The first railgun fired. The lead dreadnought erupted in a blinding flash, disintegrating in seconds. Shockwaves propagated through the fleet, destabilizing nearby ships and fracturing formations. Energy shields flickered and failed as humanity's calculated strikes tore through their defenses. Alien admirals scrambled. "Concentrate fire! Target the railguns!" High Commander Rissel shouted, but his fleet was already in chaos. Humans had anticipated every counterattack, every evasive maneuver. Missiles were intercepted mid-flight, energy beams deflected, and command vessels struck with surgical precision. Prototype warships emerged from asteroid cover, each attack coordinated perfectly with orbital railgun strike. Dreadnoughts collided in panic, cruisers exploded in silent fireballs, and squadrons scattered with no hope of regrouping. Every move the Empire attempted played directly into humanity's hands. Minutes passed like hours. The Empire's centuries of experience, its legendary strategy, and technological might were rendered useless. Ships were obliterated with precision strikes, their crews unable to comprehend the speed and efficiency of human tactics. Humanity did not gloat, there was no celebration. Only perfect execution. By the time the main fleet attempted a retreat, it was too late. Dreadnoughts lay in ruins, command frigates disabled, and squadrons shattered beyond repair. Humanity had turned a defensive battle into a total annihilation campaign, demonstrating that preparation, strategy, and technology far outweighed sheer numbers and legacy power. Alara's voice cut through the command bridge. "Let them remember this. The galaxy must understand. Underestimate humans at your own peril." The Empire's pride was broken, its fleet shattered. Earth remained secure, humanity unshaken, and the galaxy had been reminded that when provoked, humans did not merely defend, they dominated. The remnants of the Empire's fleet limped away in disarray, their pride shattered, their centuries of dominance erased in a single, devastating campaign. Across the galaxy, the news spread quickly. Humanity had not only repelled the invasion, they had annihilated the Empire's forces. High Commander Rissel, aboard the surviving flagship, sent a transmission to Earth. His voice was strained, almost trembling. "We surrender. Earth is to remain unharmed. Our expansion ends here. Your strength is undeniable." Lieutenant Commander Alara Vance watched the transmission silently. There was no cheering on the command bridge. Humanity did not conquer for glory, they acted with precision and purpose. The victory was a statement. Underestimate humans at your own peril. The aftermath. Across the liberated systems, oppressed civilizations celebrated freedom. Planets once exploited for resources were restored, prisoners freed, and entire populations welcomed human protection. Humanity's influence spread, not through conquest, but through justice and enforcement of peace. Earth's orbital defenses remained vigilant. Railguns, kinetic strike platforms, and prototype fleets returned to watchful standby, a silent reminder that humanity was always prepared. Hidden fleets in the asteroid belt and outer solar system remained deployed, capable of responding to any threat with devastating efficiency. A galaxy-wide message was broadcast. The Empire has been defeated. Aggression against Earth or its allies will be met with total eradication. Proceed peacefully. Alara gazed at the stars, calm yet unshaken. We have defended our home. We have reminded the galaxy why humans are not to be underestimated. The rest will remember. The galaxy had witnessed the power of humanity, intelligent, prepared, and merciless when provoked. The Empire's invasion had ended, and Earth stood stronger than ever. For any who might dare challenge humanity in the future, the warning was clear. Underestimating humans is a mistake no one survives twice.